Carlo, the chef at the Martello Hotel in Bray, is doing the honours in the kitchen for us today.
Yeah, we're starting off with a duck salad, Charlo.
Caramelised maple duck salad with some pickled veg and some Parmesan cheese basket. Okay?
Sounds incredible.
Absolutely. Now, there's three elements to this. Parmesan cheese basket goes on first. So we have a hot pan, non-stick pan, grated Parmesan cheese.
Okay.
We just pop it in. So it's a handful of grated Parmesan cheese. Just make a little circle.
No oil?
No oil.
Does it have to be Parmesan?
Yes, Parmesan works well, really well, okay?
This is a bit of theatre, Charlo, isn't it?
A little bit of theatre, but what you're doing here now, it takes 4 minutes, so we'll get this going and then we'll come back to it. But it's bubbling up and it's going to separate the fats and let the fats evaporate.
Okay.
And it leaves you then with a nice disc to work with, and we shape it around the bowl in a second. Second part to the dish is the confit duck. So I've got a confit duck leg here, and confit duck is all about salt cured. And so how you confit any piece of meat is you salt cure first. So what we're going to do is we're going to grate some garlic on top, and we're going to use some thyme. So we grate some garlic and some thyme, and then we're going to put some sea salt in it, okay? And also what I like to do as well with the duck, and what works great with duck is only orange, okay? So we're going to do a little bit of orange juice. So a little bit of orange juice in there, and we're going to then a little bit of grated orange zest as well.
Oh, the zest as well. Okay.
Now, I will add too as well that I'm using the gloves, and again, if you're handling raw meat at home, okay, make sure you use your gloves and you separate, so it's no cross contamination. As you can see, our Parmesan cheese basket is cooking away there, so we leave that alone for a second. Now, this goes into a little bit of salt, so sea salt, and it's salt curing the meat, so it's a preservative. So this is like a French technique. So back years ago, and they still do it today, confit is to give something more of a shelf life, okay? So it's just like a preservative, okay?
Why are people so reluctant to cook with duck? It's not top of the priority list when you're thinking
I mean, it's a fabulous ingredient. Yeah. And also the way we're confit it today, it just holds in all the flavours and it gives like this burst, you know?
Lovely for a change instead of your usual poultry or your beef.
So we leave this in the refrigerator for 24 hours, okay? We take it out then and we rub it off, okay? And when we rub it off then, we're going to just then immerse it in some duck fat, okay? So that's what confit is. It's duck fat, okay? Right, so it's cooking in duck fat. So if we just place this from the refrigeration, that's salt cured now. We place it into a container. And then what happens is we pour in some duck fat, okay? So duck fat goes all over, and you just immerse the whole ingredients in some duck fat.
Where'd you get the duck fat from them?
You can buy it in the supermarket.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you can buy it in the supermarket, yeah. And then we just pop in then tin foil over that, and we bake it in the oven, okay? We bake it in the oven at 120 degrees for 4 to 5 hours.
So it's low heat.
Take it out then, and you have a beautiful caramelised, really tender, melt in your mouth product, okay? Now,
you're not forgetting about the Parmesan, are you, Charlo? I'm concerned about that.
No, it's okay. So now, as you can see, we have the perfect Parmesan basket here. Now, what we need to do, work quickly here now, okay?
You wouldn't want to be doing this with friends arriving in, would you?
No, exactly.
Would you be suggesting that you do 5 or 6 of these?
Exactly. These can be done the day before, and these can be done in an airtight container. And what we're going to do now is we're going to just turn it over, okay?
Okay.
And you have the lovely colour there. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pop this.
And do you have that on a medium heat?
Yeah, a medium heat, medium heat. So, like, just before you put your Parmesan cheese on, just tap it with your hand.
Yeah.
And if it's just bearable with your hand, you're ready to go.
Okay.
Okay? Now we're ready to go here. So what we're going to do is we're just going to pick up the Parmesan cheese basket, okay? And we're going to then mould it over your bowl, all right?
Okay.
So
this is art, Charlo.
This is art.
I think I could manage one, and everyone else could.
Very chefy, isn't it?
Very chefy. It's a little bit posh, but listen, if you're having a little dinner party, it's great. Now with a tea towel, hold it down and hold it down so it makes your flat base, so it'll sit in your plate. And then you just twist it.
That's just a cereal bowl.
That's it,
cereal bowl over a glass.
Over a glass, guys. Yeah.
Clever, Charlo.
Yeah. And then we just pinch it here to give it a little bit of definition, okay? Leave it for a second. There you go. Glass, cereal bowl underneath, okay? Now what I've done then with the duck, I've put the duck into a pan and we've caramelised it. As you see, we've caramelised it here with a little bit of maple syrup. One of my favourite ingredients, maple syrup. Wow. And this gives you a little sweetness as well.
Very sweet. Yeah. So you didn't use any oil then?
No oil, okay? So as you know, the duck will be nice and moist in the confit, okay?
But it gives it a stickiness as well, doesn't it?
Exactly, yeah, exactly. Now, we'll talk about pickled veg. I'd like to introduce you to a little bit of pickled veg, okay? So simple, so easy. And again, it's a preservative too. I've got 300 millilitres of water, okay? I've got 200 grams of sugar, and we've 200 grams of apple cider vinegar, okay?
Okay.
Now, it's so easy to pickle veg. You really must try this. I'm telling all the folks at home to try this. This is really cool,
You're looking very excited about this, Charlo, isn't he?
So pink peppercorns, a little bit of cloves, okay? And some bay leaf. Bang them all in.
Is this something you do regularly at home?
Yeah, this is great. And I have all my jars in here this morning. So,
pretty.
I've pickled carrots, pickled red onions, I've pickled cucumbers, we've got pickled golden beetroots, and we've ordinary beetroots, and we also got some fennel. Bring that to the boil, okay? And then what we do is, just move this for a second. And then what we do is, with a speed peeler, or would you know, a mandolin, you just then get your vegetables and you just peel them off, okay?
Okay.
And then what we do, little jar, killing jar, sterilise your jar, pop in your vegetables, your hot liquid in there, your pickle, in it goes, and then you have your really crunchy. I'd like you to try
But
one.
how long do you leave it for there before you can eat it?
Before you can eat overnight, so it chills down,
overnight.
just till it chills down. We've
I'd
got
love
some
some.
lovely...
But can you keep these in the fridge for quite a while then, Charlie?
Absolutely, yeah. They'll stay in your fridge for around 2 to 3 weeks.
Right.
Okay.
Great. They look fab.
So now to serve, okay. We've got our pickled veg,
Yep.
which we're going to mix into our leaves. We've got our
Okay.
caramelised duck, and we also have our basket. So straight away, we're just going to lift our basket over. Isn't
So
that
that's
pretty?
hardened and it's now cold. Well,
Exactly,
cool down
yeah,
a bit.
yeah, exactly, yeah. Again, you can do this in advance, okay? Now, what I'm going to do here now is I'm just going to make a little dressing for the salad. So I've got a little bit of Dijon mustard and I have a little bit of rapeseed oil, okay?
Okay, lovely.
I'm going to mix that around, okay? And now here's the trick. I'm going to use a little bit of pickle.
Oh, okay.
Juice,
In your
okay?
dressing.
Exactly, yeah, okay? So we're going to make the dressing. And that's just a little man-made dressing there now. And it's what it is as well is that there's no waste here. I'm just making a small little bit, okay? Now what we're going to do is we're going to make some leaves, just a nice few leaves, just enough to get your salad going.
Mustard
into
will work well with the
exactly,
maple syrup
exactly,
as well.
Yeah. So we're just going to mix the leaves in there with your dressing, okay? Now here's the fun part. We're going to take a few of our little crunchy, like, you know, when you're building a salad for the summer, you want a little bit of crunch in it, don't you, girl?
Yes.
So we have a nice little bit of cucumber as well, okay?
I think I'd still be
With some-
stressing over the Parmesan bowl.
The bowl, yeah.
People may get that and nothing else.
We just plate up here,
Yeah,
Charlotte,
no
just so we
bother,
can
yeah, no
show
bother.
viewers what it all
So
looks
what we're
like.
going to do is we're going to just pop that in there, okay?
Lovely.
Now, just so we can see, make sure the salad stays inside your bowl, okay? Now, we have our lovely caramelised duck.
How long did you leave that in the pan for? Having been in
Basically,
the oven?
again, after being in the oven, take it out of your oven, I'd say about, 4 or 5 minutes. We
Lovely.
just toss it, but you do want the caramelisation of it, okay? Because that's the toffee-like duck coming out, okay?
Yes.
And then what we're going to do here now is you just want to top it down with a little bit of colour, okay? So we have a little bit of...
Knife and forks at the ready.
Yeah, a little bit of colour here, okay? I'm just going to finish up here now.
Gorgeous.
Just a small little bit of colour.
It's a lovely way to
beautiful.
serve it, isn't it? Charlotte, what are you doing later on?
We're doing a little bit of prawns pill.
Gorgeous.
So we're drizzling a little bit of maple syrup over here as well. And there you have a beautiful
That is
caramelised duck
incredible.
salad.
Look at that.
Lovely.
Can we dig in?
We tuck in.
Thank you so much,
No
Charlotte.
problem.
Thank you,
You're
Charlotte.
welcome.
That was
Ours.
fantastic.
It's a shame to eat it. Coming up after the break, we're going to show you how you can keep your beloved pet safe in the sun. So see you in a few minutes.